Hey friends, it's Amy Dove, the Keto Queen. I hope you're having a great day. It's Monday, we're home from work, and we are making a fast air fryer meal that is so good. So guys, as you're jumping on, let me know where you're watching from. And I am making a sausage pepper air fryer meal. It has everything you need in one dish inside the air fryer. I'm using the Cuisinart TOA70. I love this air fryer. I've been using the Cuisinart since 2018. I love it. Used to have the TOA60 and they outdated it. So now I have the Cuisinart TOA70. Love that sucker. And I'm fixing to show you how easy it is to make a delicious meal inside the air fryer. We're going to start off with some seasonings. I've got 2 tablespoons of avocado oil, or you can use olive oil if you'd like to. And I'm fixing to show you what's in this big bowl. I've been chopping and dicing before I come live. So I've got some Polish sausage. Now, as far as the sausage goes, you can use whatever sausage you love. This is actually the Zatarans Andula sausage. I don't know how you say it. But usually I use smoked pork sausage. But you can use any kind of Polish sausage type that you like. Cut it as thick or as thin as you like. I think it needs to be a little thick because when you air fry it, you don't want it to burn. You just want it to be really good. So we've got some Polish sausage. We've got some orange bell pepper. We've got a yellow bell pepper. We've got a red bell pepper. And we also have some onion. So I just cut mine about these sizes, just chunks of the vegetable. So we've got onion, we've got 3 different colored bell peppers, and we got our Polish sausage. Now, you can use as much as you'd like. If you add a whole lot more pepper and onion, you just want to make sure you season it well. And you guys know how I like to season. We season with our heart. We want to see seasonings on our food. If you can see the seasoning, that means it's going to taste good. So we're going to start off with the 2 tablespoons of avocado oil. You can use olive oil if you'd like. We're going to go ahead and season with salt and pepper. Now, I don't really have a measuring for this. The salt and pepper is just really the season for taste. And you can always add salt and pepper after it's finished cooking. But we want to salt and pepper our veggies. And then we're going to go ahead and get serious now. I've got some onion powder. And we're going to use 1 teaspoon of onion powder. So I have a full package of Polish sausage sliced. I got a half of an onion because I didn't do a whole lot of onion. I did a half of a medium-sized onion. I did 1 bell pepper orange, 1 bell pepper yellow, and a bell pepper red. And we're just mixing that all together. So I did 1 teaspoon of onion powder. I'm going to do 2 teaspoons of garlic powder. And it's a hefty spoon. It's a hefty measuring spoon. I'm going to do 2 teaspoons of garlic powder. And then I'm going to do 2 teaspoons of parsley in here. Now, you can add more seasons if you like to, but this really, really is a good mix of great things for this air fryer meal. Now, I pretty much always keep my air fryer on 350. You can cook a little higher this time if you want to. 2 teaspoons of parsley. And I'm using one of my little fresh pouches here. You can use fresh or dry. These little fresh pouches I love in the produce section. It's actually made by Gourmet Garden. Gourmet Garden. This one's chopped parsley. They've got parsley, they've got oregano, they've got basil. Like, I love these little things. You open it up and it is just absolutely fresh. And then you just cover it up. It's got a little top, and you can keep these in the fridge and let them dry out, and then it turns to dry herbs. So I love these. This one actually doesn't expire. It's got an expiration date like all food has to have. This one expires December 9th. Now, I don't know what that means because dry herbs can last forever, right? Oh, yes, Vanessa. I think this would be good with chicken. Hey, Debbie and Linda and Leanne. How are you guys? So I've got my air fryer basket over here ready. We're fixing to get my hands dirty. Now this looks good just as it is. I mean, look how pretty that is. Should have took a picture of it. Yeah, I think I am. Hang on, let me grab you some. So I hope you guys have had a great day. Let me tell you, it is time change season, right? So the time change, and oh my goodness. I called Haley on my way home from work, and I was like, this is ridiculous driving home in the dark. I'm going to leave in the dark and come home in the dark. I mean, my dogs are going to think we ran away from home. I hate when the time changes because I like to be light outside. I like to feel the sun outside. So it is time change weather. So with that being said, the reason I'm bringing it up is I want to know, with the time changing, do you change routines? So you guys know I like to walk. I generally will walk in the backyard, but when it gets dark at 5 o'clock in the afternoon, when I get home, I really don't want to walk in the dark out there by myself. That's kind of boring. You can't even read in the dark. So I'm just curious if you guys have routine change when the times change. If you do, I'd love to know what you do different. Today I did take some tennis shoes and a t-shirt to walk on the treadmill at work, but as you can see, I still got my work clothes on. Too busy to stop working long enough to get on the treadmill. So that's the other thing I don't like about time change. It feels like your days and nights are so mixed up, and it feels like you have no time to stop. Like you just have so much time to work and so much time to get things done. So this is a really difficult time of the year for me as far as exercise, because it really knocks me off any type of routine. But that's why it's so important to make sure during this time of the year you're making the right choices with food. So guys, if you are new to my page and I've never sent you my getting started tips, put getting started in the comments and I can send you some tips. Now this meal has a little more carbs than most of the meals I cook because we're using Polish sausage, which we know has some carbs. We're using peppers and onions, which we know have carbs. Now I would rather get my carbs from vegetables than I would any type of processed product, of course. So even though this is a higher carb meal, it still is considered low carb and still so much better than pastas, potatoes, and all those things. So let me show you again. This looks really good now. We've got our Polish sausage. I'm using Adula sausage. I don't know how you say it. Adula. Y'all don't make fun of me. And I got orange pepper, yellow pepper, and orange, yellow, and red pepper. And I've got an onion. And we just chopped them in bite-sized pieces. And look how pretty it is. And it's a pretty colorful meal. So we're going to take this now that my hands are disgusting, and we're going to put this over here in our air fryer basket. Now, the air fryer basket is a big basket. That's one reason I love the Cuisinart. But we don't want to layer this. You really want a good, even, single layer so that everything cooks really good. You want that air fryer to go around all the vegetables. You want that air heat to go all around your protein. So you don't want a double layer. You just want a good single layer. And because we're going to do a couple of batches, I'm going to make sure I've got a good set of vegetables and protein in here. Because as soon as it's ready, I'll just go ahead and fix Ricky's plate and I'll eat the second helping. Or the second, not helping, but second, you know what I'm talking about. You know what I'm talking about. All right, second batch. Thank you, baby. So I'll eat the second batch. So I'm going to put a good bit of vegetables, a good bit of protein. And y'all know what Ricky always says. He always says, where's the meat? So I'm going to make sure he's got plenty of protein in here. And I may cook a couple of batches before I fix our plates, but this is what my air fryer looks like. Just a good single roll. And look how pretty it is. A beautiful, beautiful dinner. All right, I've got my air fryer on 350. If you want to do it hotter, you can. But I usually set this for about 10 minutes. And we're just going to put a fork in it. And if your vegetables are soft enough to eat, or if you like them crunchy, like you can just look at this and tell if it's been cooked enough for you. I'm going to set my timer for 10 minutes and then I'll look and see if it needs to go anymore. Now, if you cut your Polish sausage really thin, you could easily burn it in your air fryer before your vegetables are the softness you like. So I like to cut mine pretty thick. So this is, I mean, some people might not think that's thick, but that's a pretty thick Polish sausage to me. All right, guys, let me wash my hand real quick, and I'm going to see if you have any questions for me. So if you have questions, put them in the comments. I'll be right back. They leave you in the house? They leave you in the house, baby girl? All right, let me see if you guys have any questions for me. I'm going to move this over to the other side of the counter so I can sit down in a second. Just to see if you guys have any questions. If you don't, it's okay. If you do, go ahead and put them in the comments because I would love to help you with any questions related to low-carb living, keto diets. Like, I love to teach people about food. And I also want to make sure you don't have any questions for me in general. So if you do, just put them in the comments. Thank you, Linda. I got this blouse at Maurice's. I love Maurice's. They always have the cutest work clothes and the most comfortable t-shirts. I love Maurice's. I have been shopping at Maurice's for years and years and years. My two favorite stores are Maurice's and Buckle. I love Maurice's and Buckle. Used to love Macy's, but they closed down in my town. Yes, I do think this would be delicious with chicken for sure. Stuffed pepper casserole. Yum. Delilah, that sounds delicious. Hey, Courtney. Hey, Deborah. How are you, girl? Catching me live. Karina, how are you today? Good afternoon, Connie. I see that request, Diane, and I will send you those getting started tips. So if you're new to my page and you've never gotten the getting started tips. Put getting started in the comments, and I'll send you those tips. My wrist is killing me today. Linda from Louisiana, they use sausage a lot. I bet you do. I've never been to Louisiana. I would love to come and have some good Creole. Can you use the oven? Absolutely, you can use the oven. And all of my air fryer meals, you can use the oven. Now, some of the meals are not going to be the same because it's not going to crust up like the air fryer is going to crust it. But yeah, if you put this in the oven, I would still cook it on 350. You're just going to cook it until your vegetables get to the softness that you like. The air fryer just kind of crisps the meat just a little bit, and it will crisp the vegetables too if you leave it in there long enough. Just popping on. Hey, Patty, we are making a sausage pepper, instead of a sausage pepper stir fry, we're making a sausage pepper air fryer meal. We took, I love that you don't drag out your videos. Well, thank you, Linda. I try not to drag them out. We took a Polish sausage and we just sliced it in kind of thick slices. We used an onion, a red, orange, and yellow bell pepper, and we just cut them into chunks. And then we seasoned it with a teaspoon of onion powder, 2 teaspoons of garlic powder, 2 teaspoons of parsley. And then we use 2 tablespoons of oil. I use avocado oil. You can use olive oil if you prefer, or any type of healthier oil substitute, not seed oils. And we just mixed all that together and threw it in the air fryer basket. So we're doing single layers in the air fryer basket so it all really cooks even. And the only thing I don't like about this meal is it does take me a couple of cycles to get it all cooked, but it's so good. How much would you be serving? Oh, Deborah, well, that just really depends on how hungry you are. When I fix my plates, I generally will have a good portion of protein. So let's say I've got pork chops and green beans. I'm going to have myself a pork chop, and usually it's about the size of the palm of your hands, like 6 ounces, 5 to 6 ounces. And I usually will do a cup of vegetables. So that's for me, that's kind of how my standard is, because generally, depending on how you're cooking, that's going to fill you up. And if it doesn't, I go right back for seconds. But I always start my plate with a standard size plate, which is a protein and a cup of vegetables. Now, I cook my vegetables in healthy fats. So when you cook them with avocado oil or heavy cream, or I'm trying to think of all the ways I cook my vegetables, are so good. But the healthy fats have a perfect purpose. Not only do they make your food taste delicious, but they also fill you up. Healthy fats fill you up. So if you start your plate with a big portion of food, if you're like me, my grandmother always told me, you don't waste food. There's people in China who are not eating, right? I've heard this story my entire life, but it's true. And she'd make me sit there and eat everything on my plate, even if I was full. So instead of teaching that to my family, we start out with a small portion of food. And if we want more, we can always go back. But there's no point in filling up your plate with food because you might not need it all. You might not be hungry, and you can always use it for lunch the next day. So that's kind of how I do that. May not make any sense to you guys, or maybe overkill of information, but that's what I do. Hey, Patty, thank you for the hugs and prayers. We appreciate it so much. Me and my mom are doing really good. I think we're doing really good. I'm so proud of her. And, you know, it is what it is. I mean, we have to pick up, and we have to keep on moving, and we're going to keep on moving and keep on praying for each other and keep on loving our family. And, you know, the holidays are coming. I know it's going to be hard, and it's okay. Like, we're giving ourselves grace because we are not perfect. And it's okay because we all experience loss, and we experienced a big loss. So we're doing good, Patty. I think we're really doing good. We've spent a lot of time together, which we always do, but we spent some extra time together, and it's been very nice. Felisa says you shop the expensive stores. Maurice's? You think Maurice's is expensive? I don't think Maurice's is expensive. I just went last weekend, actually, and they had a buy one, get one 50% off. So you buy a shirt and you got another shirt for 50% off. It was pretty awesome. Now, Buckle can be very expensive. Yes, I agree. But I love Maurice's. Hey, Peggy, I'm so glad you're here. I am from Tennessee. Having keto stuffed peppers. That sounds so good, Angela. I love stuffed peppers. First time catching me live. Hey, Leona, how are you from Calgary, Alberta, Canada? Continued prayers. Thank you, Ryan. I appreciate it so much. Hey, Mom. I am talking about my mom again. Mom just jumped on. Lisa Grace, that's my mom. Are you talking about me again, making you eat? We're cooking peppers and sausage. Mom actually cooked a really, really good soup, y'all. I haven't brought it to your attention yet, but I will be because it is so good. One of our family members actually brought it to us after the funeral, and I'm telling you, it is so good. Now my friend called it a chicken chili, right, Mom? Oh, chicken chili, but no, it is not a chicken chili. It is a chicken taco soup. and it is delicious. And I would consider it low carb instead of keto, and I can't wait to show it to you. My mom just made some yesterday or Saturday. And then, what else did you cook, Mom? She's got a ham. So, like, we've been cooking. We're, like, trying to get back on track. So, we're both doing really good during lunches, and we're trying to do really good at dinner time. Felicia says, my grandmother said not to waste food all the time. I hated it. I always said, then pack it up and send it to them. I mean, who else has heard that when you were growing up? And, you know, bless her hearts. I love my grandma, but I know she wasn't going to send food to China. I know she wasn't going to send food to China, but I had to eat. And she believed that you had to have food for energy, and I could not go to school until that plate was clean. And I left for school a lot of mornings at my grandma's house. And when she fixed breakfast, it was biscuits or toast. It was gravy and sausage you put over the toast, and I loved it too. It was so good. Fried eggs. She'd always have bacon or sausage, and she would fill the plate up, and you was not to move until it was gone. So, like, most people would think that you're sending your kids off for a good day of school, but in reality, we went to school sick and tired. Oh, my mom just had it's white chicken chili, but I don't think so. I don't think it's white chicken chili. It's got a can of it has a can of black beans, a can of corn, which makes it more low carb than keto for sure. It's not keto, but y'all, it's so good. It's got cream cheese, and it's got chicken, and it's got rotel in it. I'm telling you, it's delicious. We're gonna make it one day. Give yourself grace. We sure will. Patty, she lost her husband and her dad and her mom within 2 years of each other. I'm so sorry. Holidays are so hard. I'm so sorry, Patty. Right now, Mom and I are doing really good, guys. We really are. I think we're doing really good, Mom, don't you? And there's so much going on in our town and so much going on in our circle of friends and family. Like, we are really concerned about other people right now. So that really kind of reflects from our own sadness, to be quite honest. Which is sad, but you guys know I was on a video last week asking you to pray for our friends Jordan, Jennifer, and William Kinman. Just to give you a quick update, because you guys are asking me how we're doing, we're more concerned about them right now. Jordan was on a ventilator. She had lost both her kids and her fiance in an ATV accident a week ago, and she just come off the ventilator yesterday. And she's doing fairly good, but she is, of course, having some struggle. And her parents lost both their grandkids, and her daughter is in intensive care still. And I mean, this is a huge, horrible situation. So we're praying for them, and we're just loving on them right now. So, you know, everyone has loss. Everyone has loss, whether you have it right this second, or you had it last year, or you're going to have it next 6 months from now. So we just need to know how to handle those losses, and it's not easy. It is not easy, and I truly believe that prayer is so powerful. Faith is the most powerful thing. And I mean, I'm getting way off subject, guys, but y'all are asking me how I'm doing, so if you're asking me, I'm going to tell you. Patty said, give yourself grace. Absolutely. I lost my husband last year and still don't like the holidays, Bonnie. I'm so sorry. Hey, Mary, anxious to see the soup. I'm telling you, it's so good, girl. I can't wait to bring it to y'all. All right, so look at this. Let me get my fork so I can pull this out. What did I do with my fork? I think I lost it. Let me grab a new fork. All right, so this is not done because I've been doing this so long. I can look at it and tell that it's not done, but look how pretty this is. Let me take this off the stand here. Look how pretty it is. I mean, it's so beautiful. It's got really pretty colors. Now all you have to do is stick your fork. Now that's just a little bit too crunchy for me. I like them a little more soft. So we're going to keep on cooking this. That Polish sausage looks delicious, though. It's not burnt. It's not overcooked. But look how pretty. Guys, if that looks good, give me some hearts. I'm going to go ahead and put that right back in there. And we're going to set it for another 5 minutes or so. And we're going to check it out and see what it looks like in about 5 minutes or so. Peggy said, yes, so true, not easy, but God will get you through. You know, people say it's really cliche, and I will agree. It's really cliche to say, I know they're in a better place and my faith is strong. I mean, those things are true. And those things make it a little easier, but it's not easy, guys. It's not easy. And to pretend like your faith means everything's going to be okay is just not the truth. You still have feelings, and you still have emotions, and you still have fear, and you still have heartache, but your faith just helps you maneuver through those things, especially if you're open to praying and talking to God, even when you're mad at God. Just being open to your faith and understanding that time does not heal. Time continues to allow change to be a little peaceful. I love that. Karina says, faith equals Father, all in thy hands. I love it. So, all right, guys, y'all are awesome. If I have ever helped you guys with a good recipe or inspiration or encouragement, I want you to share these videos. So just share that video right now. Continue praying for our friends Jordan, who is off the ventilator, who is awake, and who is definitely dealing with a lot right now. Her parents, William and Jennifer, who have lost their grandkids, who've lost the father to those grandkids, who is dealing with their daughter, who is struggling in this loss. Like, this is a lot for one family, and we just want to make sure that we're praying for them. So Jennifer, Jordan, and William Kinman. And I forgot Jordan's little sister. She's just the sweetest little beautiful thing. I saw her today for the first time in years and years, and she's the sweetest little thing. And I swear her name's just lost my head because I got a lot going on. All right, so just pray for the family, and I'm going to jump off. So guys, y'all have a great night. If I can help you with anything, send me a message, and I'll be glad to help. Any questions you guys have related to low carb or keto, put them in the comments on any of the videos. I always come back and answer. And if I don't, then send me a message and say, where in the world are you? Because you're not answering my question. I really try hard to come back and answer all questions to help everybody. This page is for you. It's for me to help hold me accountable to what I want to do. And I can't do what I want to do. I can't inspire you if I'm not doing the things I'm telling you to do. So it's held me accountable all these years. I love the way I feel, and I love helping people, and I love giving my God-given talents here on this page. So if I ever can help you, don't ever hesitate to reach out. And guys, I'm going to go. See you later. Bye.